Everyone, in this lecture, we will discuss genetics portion which belongs to human anatomy and physiology section along with your botanical or cognosy section. So, जेनेटिक्स के अंदर हम क्या पढ़ेंगे? जेनेटिक्स इज दैट ब्रांच ऑफ साइंस इन which we mainly study about heredity and variation. So, what is genetics? We learn first. So, genetics is nothing but the vital branch of, you can tell it as biology, as cognosy, as botany, anything is the branch of life or biology which deals with two things mainly, that is heredity and variation. Heredity and variation. So, you can mark that it is mentioned here gene. So, everything here related to gene. So, you know that first we will know what is heredity and variation. After that, we will briefly learn what is gene. So, heredity is that branch or that part of genetics in which we mainly learn about the similar, you can tell it as similar or sometimes identical characters, similar or identical characters. So, when we tell about similar or identical character, we compare two things. That means one generation with its previous generation. That means what I am telling, if we will tell there is a son or daughter, which in biological term, son or daughter are expressed by the term offspring. You can tell here, offspring means it may include a son or daughter, and the character of son or daughter in biological term, which will tell as offspring, their character is just compared with their previous generation. That means previous generation means the generation from which they are produced, that means they are from the characters of the offsprings are compared with their parents. So when during comparison of character we found some similar character or identical character present in the offspring or in their babies, which gets similar to their parents, any of the parents, either maybe from male parent, means father or mother, at that condition we will study these characters under heredity. That means if you find the talking style of a person with its father, at that condition we tell that heredity occur or heredity of that talking character occur in the offspring from its parent. And if you will find some difference in the behavior in the offspring from their parent, we study it under variation. So, you note it down. It is the heredity is the branch of genetics in which we learn the similar or identical characters of the offspring with their parents, and under variation we study the dissimilar characters or the characters which are non-identical of the offspring with their parents. That means it is the new characters. So, if you have previous idea that when it is a gene, you can tell it is a gene or chromosome, it is just replicated or its identical copy is produced and it is directly transferred into the offspring body. This is the chromosome, it is present in the parent and its identical copy is produced and it is directly transferred into the offspring without any change or modification, in that condition there is possibility for heredity. And when what occur? It is the gene combination, and this combination changes. It is the combination, previous combination, and this combination changes. This combination changes, and after the change, it gets transferred to the offspring, and it may develop some dissimilar characters. At that condition, it is studied under variation, and the unchanged form, when the chromosomes are unchangedly transferred to their offspring, it is called as linkage. It is called as linkage, and heredity occur due to the biological process which is called as linkage, what I have mentioned previously, and variation occur due to another biological process called as crossing over, which we will study in the coming lecture in detail. So, these are the two parts or two major parts which we will study under genetics, and what I have told, we will today learn what is gene. So, gene is the fundamental unit, we should write it first. Gene is the fundamental unit which, or we can tell it is the hereditary unit. Hereditary means which gets inherited, or transferred. Inherited is the biological term. Inherited means simply transferred. So, gene as the hereditary unit or transferring unit or character transferring unit which transfer the character from parents to offspring. That means gene is the hereditary unit or transferring unit or character transferring unit which transfer the character from parents to offspring with change due to crossing over, without change due to linkage. It is the property of gene. And gene, if you will tell here it is a gene, gene is produced due to combination of two alleles, and two allele, it is one allele, what I am telling, it is allele, and two alleles constitute a gene, and gene term has been proposed by the scientist Johansen and Mendel has used the gene by the term factor, but which has been modified by the scientist Johansen, and the genetics term has been proposed by the scientist Bateson, and is the basic part or the starting part or introductory part of the genetics. In the coming lecture, we will study some more concepts related to genetics. So, if you like the lecture, share the channel with your friends. Visit the channel for more informative concepts. Thank you.